iDubbbz went from internet legend to broke boy in a basement, and somehow he still thinks it's content.
Here's the fucking deal.
We're poor.
You know, it's not a content house. It's a crisis cottage. They've got a phone charger taped to the wall like it's part of the decor. No real mics, no cameras, just vibes and 240p audio. It looks like they're squatting in the back room of a Twitch Mods gaming cave.
Poor.
More. That's why we're in the basement for a third or fourth week in a row.
Yes, he went to China. Oh!
And hey, he admitted it himself. He fell off hard.
They just suck because I attracted a lot of people who suck. Some people were, as I described earlier, were very much like antisocial, weird.
Honestly, I feel a little bad for Ian. There's just no jokes left in him. The edgy humor used to carry him. Now he can't even carry a conversation. Even the slurs had better delivery than his punchlines. And ironically, this man hates lifting anything, especially his own channel out the dirt. I genuinely thought they would have rebounded by now. But things are so bad, even I developed some sympathy. And you know that's rare. Even some millionaire tried to throw them a life vest, offered to buy out their boxing event and their house. And can you really blame them for considering it? Like, y'all recording with what looks like leftover N64 cords, and then, boom, the video crashes like their ad revenue.
Weird.
No, the reason it's doing that is because this cable
Yeah.
is very finicky, very sensitive.
Oh, so the cable, like...
Yeah.
Oh,
It just takes one of the dumb dogs.
And then, just to make things even weirder, his wife starts thirsting over Hassan's chest hair, talking about how buff and hairy he is. Bruh, nobody asked.
Too much body hair,
Uh-huh.
okay, and facial hair. His name is Hassan,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And he said that America deserves 9/11.
Yeah.
All of those three things.
You're out here giggling at a 9/11 joke, but didn't you just give a TED talk on empathy? Where was that energy now? And this ain't even about the joke being offensive. Make jokes about whatever you want, bro. This is about being corny and inconsistent. The man built a career mocking people, and now he's become one of them.
People might not find this funny, but somebody posted, you know, Timbits or like donut holes on Twitter and was like, what do you guys call these? And Prezzo said what he called them, which I'm not going to repeat.
Right.
It had 9/11 in it and the F slur and some.
Right.
Look at him. He looks like he's not even sure if he should laugh or leave the room. You can see the, "What am I doing here?" flash across his face in real time. But seriously, how does someone with over 1 billion views end up broke? Even on the low end, he should have stacked at least 2 or 3 million. Like, unless every single video got demonetized, which, hey, maybe they did. That's tough.
No reason to end up broke. Like, you should see the views he was getting. He was on top of the world as far as like YouTube goes.
I mean, I don't know about that one.
he was too edgy to make money, and now he's too dumb to make money.
But let's say it's true. He's broke now. Yet his wife was out here doing OF like the rent depends on it. Because apparently it did. Isn't the whole point of that to retire early? Stack some coins and dip?
My girlfriend started an OnlyFans account.
Let me pass the mic to Pegasus on this one.
Really just, I'm very curious to know their finances, because how much did Anissa actually make from her OnlyFans? Because I was under the impression, people do this, like iDubbbz and Anissa were actually doing this so they could make a substantial amount of money, so they would never have to, resort to anything in their lives. That's like one of the main justifications for OnlyFans. Oh, I'll make a couple $1 million, then I never have to work for the rest of my life. But it seems like for Anissa, she made like $100 and just left.
These two fumbled the bag so hard they can't even afford walls. Now they're living under someone else's roof and podcasting from a dungeon. Like, it's sad. Genuinely. And they're still over here debating whether saying slurs was funny back in the day. My guy, you're nearly 40. Grow up.
If my husband calls me an ugly bitch with an enlarged, but yeah, no, you could say literally probably anything to me. Well, not literally anything. I do have to say, I think he has to become more mean to me online. You have to be more mean.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Because like in private, he's so mean to me.
It's more like when I'm low energy. You know what I mean?
People online are already saying Anissa is laying the groundwork. One brick at a time, Divorce speedrun incoming.
Breadcrumbs. She's getting ready to leave his ass.
And bro, the comments? They went in. One said, hard to believe they're going broke with such hilarious top-tier content like this. Another, oh no, not the 34-year-old losing his precious empathy. And my personal favorite, I love watching narcissists crash and burn. They ain't even poor yet. They're just experiencing mild discomfort. And honestly, they're right. If you can afford a mic, you can afford a damn chair. IKEA exists for a reason.
$150 per month.
Here, maximum damage.
That's not it.
So they're making $700 a month, which is why they're doing it from Anissa's mom's basement.
I checked out their podcast channel, not even cracking 10K views. And I say that as someone who barely scrapes 100. And the channel name? Maximum Damage. Like, bruh. Who came up with that? At this point, someone needs to bless them with a Walmart folding table, because iDubbbz is now officially broke, living in his in-laws' basement, from king of YouTube to prince of the crawlspace. The irony of calling your fans basement dwellers, only to become one yourself. If it were me, I'd be out flipping thrift store chairs for cash. But iDubbbz, he went from finding empathy to begging for sympathy, just to pay Wi-Fi. $672 a month in Patreon donations. That's not empathy, that's rent money. At this point, his life is like a bad sitcom, one awkward L after the next. And yeah, people love to blame Anissa for everything, but let's be honest. He did this to himself. And before I go, do your boy a favor. Subscribe. Because the algorithm, it ain't showing mercy out here.
But yeah, I highly recommend it. Great watch. Anissa couldn't watch it because she's morally opposed to scary things.
I'm morally opposed to naked people.
Yeah.
And Ian said there's a lot of naked people.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah.
But you know,
It's
if you're a
just that-
zomboid, you would stop caring, I think, about wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well,
Your
then
priority
you'll...
would become eating other people.
Oh, that's true.
That's not the
Personality
filmmaker's
flaw?
intention, is to have you like, you know, get hung up on this idea of like humans being consumed. It's more like, yeah, that's bad. How are we going to get out of the situation? How are we going to make it so we don't?
You know, out of all the things I expected to hear in this broke basement podcast, a review of 28 years later was not on the bingo card. But here we are. So Anissa's like, yeah, I really liked 28 years later, especially seeing all those naked people running around. What?
Things.
I'm morally opposed to naked people.
Yeah.
And Ian said there's a lot of...
Bro, she said it so casually, like that's a normal movie highlight. Forget plot, forget cinematography, nah, it's the streaking zombies for her.